Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love to everybody out there. Greetings. Happy New Year. Right? Yes, indeed. Happy New Year. Happy spring. For all of my Aries in the building, salute to y'all. Happy Aries season. I got a moon in Aries, so I'm lit. You know what I'm talking about? Today, I just want to have a conversation about a few things. We're going to have a special guest, of course. You know, I got to bring my people's, my good brother Nkiru from Brazil, because we have something coming up at the end of the week. So we're gonna be on these platforms reminding the family that's out there that we got some solutions. This brother deals with precious metals and things of that nature. So in the spirit of diversifying one's portfolio and in the spirit of giving out proper information at the perfect timing, we're going to be bringing that. But first and foremost, I just want to reiterate the importance of stepping into this new day, and stepping into this new season, and stepping into what is known as this new year, leaving behind some of the things that we may have been holding on to in the last season, some of the things that may have held us down, some of the things that may have compromised our well-being and our health, like our diet, like our routines, like our mind state. And keep in mind, while I'm speaking to you, I'm really looking at myself in the camera. I'm literally watching myself like I'm looking in a mirror. So this is a reflection conversation. I'm not speaking to anyone but myself, in hopes that the family that's out there, the audience, can pick up and it could relate, right? If anybody has the capability to screen record this, please do. I have a feeling, I have an inclination that Instagram, or Meta for that matter, may do what they do when these conversations get a little too lit. They wind up cutting them. So if anybody's out there, can you do me a solid and screen record the conversation that we're having right now? Okay. So as we all know, I'm not going to even get super deep. I'm going to keep it simple, stupid. Winter deals with the death season. All right. The winter is when the animals go and hibernate. The winter is when a lot of people go through anxiety, depression, loneliness, all kind of things that are conducive to disrupting one's mental health. Right? Matter of fact, hold on 1 minute. So we know what the winter holds, right? The winter holds a lot of negative. Remember, the sun is not out. We're not getting vitamin D. The cold weather is robbing us of electrons. Our body has to burn more in order to keep warm and things of that nature. Dis-ease is on the rise during the winter. Things like the common cold, which have been upgraded to Omicron and shit like that. You know, we are a sun people. We are solar based. So we're not necessarily getting our food. So voila, boom, we pop up. It's spring again. For those of you who study nature, the Netaroos amongst us, we know that this is the time for us to blossom. Our cells are being fed. This is the time to go into the beach, moving water. This is the time to sun gaze. This is the time to ground. This is the time to eat more fruits and vegetables. This is the time to engage and indulge in structured water, cleaner water, water that's more healthier. This is the time when you could tap into exercising, outdoor exercising, yoga, hit the gym. Brothers, we could get these God bodies together in the spring. So by the time that the summer hits, you know what I mean? We out here applying pressure. Okay. Sisters, that applies to you as well. So when they talk about spring cleaning, of course, you know, the clutter that you have in your closet, you know, all of that shit is important. Even with your phones and your computers and things like that nature. During the last few weeks of winter, dedicated myself to clean up my Instagram page. I had 15,000 posts. going all the way, spanning all the way back from 2017, 15,000 posts. I'm down to about 2,500 now. I had to get rid of all of the clutter. I had to clean that shit up. There were pictures, articles, memes, and other things that do not represent me anymore. They were sitting on my page. And unfortunately, if somebody goes on my page, they start following the page, they are going to have an interpretation of who they think I am based off of that, right? And one of the things that's constant is change. You feel me? Nobody is going to remain. Nobody's going to remain the same, especially if you're doing the work, especially if you have work to do on yourself. You're not going to remain the same. However, we've been taught to stay in our comfort zone. We've been taught to go places that are, that has the lights on. Don't go into the dark. We've been taught to hold on to the shit that we're familiar with. You know what I mean? But we are not encouraged to just jump out of the motherfucking jet and learn how to fly on the way down. The same way that a bird kicks the little bird out the nest and whatnot, and it has to learn how to fly in mid-flight. We have not been taught that. So unfortunately, we stick in our comfort zones, and inside of our comfort zone, it does not beget growth. So in your comfort zone, the growth, the aspect of growth that you would receive if you were outside of your comfort zone, that shit is going to come very slow. Right now, we're in what is known as the quickening. So if you really think about it, if you were to really be serious about doing some of the work, and you're in the quickening, that work will actually quicken up. You know what I mean? Like your evolution or your change or your upgrade will actually quicken up. And once again, this is my disclaimer. I'm not out here preaching to the choir. I'm really having a conversation with myself because I know the amount of work that I need to do. I know the depths of the work that I need to do. I know the heaviness and the weight of the work that I need to do. You feel me? I know the seriousness of it all. You feel me? Because being comfortable in your comfort zone is not doing the work. It's not doing the work. So releasing in what is known as the spring cleaning is letting go of some of our bad habits, letting go some of our routines, letting go some of the shit that we've been harboring and holding on to, letting go of some of this pain that we walk around, our pain bodies and whatnot, letting go of some of the guilt, letting go of some of the quote unquote anxiety, letting go of some of the depression, letting go of some of the woe is me and all of this stupid shit and whatnot, and bossing the fuck up. You dig what I'm saying? Getting up in that sun and roaring like a motherfucking lion. You feel me? Doing the shadow work. You know what I mean? Doing some of the work, even if it's work that you may consider some shit that you don't like, sometimes that's what a breakthrough is. So spring cleaning is not only just cleaning out your closet. It's not just washing your car, shining your rims and all of that fly shit. Yeah, that's exterior. But spring cleaning is also, giving up some of the harmful foods and whatnot, giving up some of the alcohol, slowing down on the GMO weed and shit like that. Stop watching, slowing down on the pornography and things of that nature. You know what I mean? Slowing down on the low level fucking music that you've been listening to, slowing down on chatty pattiness, slowing down on the gossiping, slowing down on being around toxic people in your circle and whatnot, slowing down on just linking up with your frenemies every now and then. You feel me? Slowing down on, talking crazy out of the side of your neck, slowing down on even talking. There's a power in silence. I've been listening to jazz music lately, ever since I started this God Body Challenge and whatnot. And for the family out there, I broke my fast yesterday. You know what I mean? I broke my fast yesterday. I was at the Revolutionary Healing event in Piedmont Park with Queen Yashonda and whatnot, and I was exerting a lot of energy. You feel me? I was pushing out a lot of energy because she had a dope ass concept of like a treasure hunt. And on the treasure hunt, they had us doing a lot of shit like dancing. We was doing random things that they tell you to do on the app and whatnot. And by the time it was over, I was feeling super duper lightheaded and whatnot. So I planned on sticking to the liquid for about 5 more days. But my wife was like, yo, Playboy, you need to get something to eat. You know what I mean? You did your 3 days, kudos and whatnot. That shit has helped you. Your skin is looking better, but you finna get something to eat. We gonna feed you. So I went and ate an Ethiopian platter, a veggie platter, and I celebrated, the fact that I made it to the 3 days on all water and whatnot. I celebrated the fact that we had a successful event when we had the lecture on Saturday with Nkiru, who, in my humble opinion, is one of the illest, new teachers on the scene right now. He is one of them. You know what I'm talking about? He's definitely one of them. Not to negate anybody that's out there with the metaphysical science talk, because this is not a fucking competition. You know what I mean? This is not a competition. This is not even a marathon. I mean, this is not a relay race. This is a marathon. They say don't be the sharpest person. You don't want to be the smartest person in the room, right? And I feel you on that. But when you in that room and you open your mouth, you want the smartest person in the room to pay attention to you, though. So you need to get this cloth talk. You need to understand, you need to pick up on what these scientists and these metaphysicians and these scholars are talking and whatnot, because they got new lexicons. They got new languages. They have new etymons. So it would be conducive if you was to be like, you feel me? I'm going to pick up some of these bars that these niggas is dropping and add that to my motherfucking utility belt. Yes, I've been listening to jazz. I've been listening to some beautiful music. I've been listening to a lot of soul music. It's really helping it's helping me immensely. It's keeping me focused. It's helping me study better. I think better now. I'm having better thoughts. My dream state is crazy. I'm able to go deeper into my dreams based off of the fact that I am listening to this ancient music, this jazz spanning back almost 100 years, from the 30s and the 40s and the 50s. These jazz musicians are magicians. The way that they were manipulating those instruments. Then, of course, soul music is doing my soul a very good, it's helping me. Let's just say it like that. It's helping to tame the beast. It's helping to soothe my soul. It's helping to heal. And it's really because my father raised us on jazz. So that's even good for memory, going back into my memory. Yes, that's right, Boris. It's helping with my astral projections and whatnot. Those instruments, the soul music is one thing. I love soul music. I love all of the soul music from the 50s, 60s, and 70s and the 40s. But the jazz is a whole nother frequency for me. Whole nother frequency. I'm time traveling like a motherfucker. I'm on my cold train. So let me go ahead and open up this line. I have my good brother. I have one of my guests in the building. Somebody said, what do I listen to? On my page, right? If you go to my page, go and scroll down to the post that I put up on Saturday. I put a whole playlist of jazz songs along with soul music, R&B soul music. You will love the list. Go right to iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you stream your music, and just dial the name of the song along with the musician or the artist, and it will pull up. And then you make your playlist, and that's what you ride out to. That's what you ride out to. You could go on a long journey and be very soothed on your journey. You could go ahead and hop in the Uber, you know what I mean, and drive around. You could go ahead and take a few hours driving out of town, you know what I mean? You could take one of those road trips, and you would be very grateful for what it is that you're being, what you're listening to. Versus some of this music that gives anxiety. It's giving me anxiety. It's giving me depression. It's giving me it's giving me thoughts that are not mine, right? It's downloading thoughts in my mind that are not necessarily mine, because I'm a grown ass man. I don't want to really spin the block. You know what I'm talking about? I don't want to spin the block. Like, that's not something that I wake up and, aspire to fucking do. I don't want to drill niggas. You know what I mean? I should be past that. You feel me? I should be past that in life. So I'm listening to teenagers, and they got me on some teenager mind state. And that, you know what I mean? That's not what I want. I don't aspire for that. That's not where my greatness awaits me. doesn't await me there. You know what I mean? A lot of people are being compromised by these frequencies. All right. Peace to my
What's up, good brother?
yes. Peace, God.
All right, I'm gonna turn around the other way.
That's
Peace
right.
to you.
You was
Yeah.
like I know they shadow banning us, but you was banning your own shadow. Right.
What's going on with you?
I'm just here testifying, speaking to myself, like I said, you know what I mean? I'm just thinking out loud and,
Yeah.
and aspirations that my thinking out loud will connect with somebody out there who may have been struggling with, food for the spring. What does it mean? Um, you know, uh, you know, uh, Sometimes when they hear you share the same they have, it does something. So I'm really tapping. Also, was speaking of the benefits of the fast that I just was on. You know,
Excellent.
yeah, it was very enlightening. I had some very
Yeah.
good dreams. I wasn't really even dreaming. I wasn't sleeping though.
Mm-hmm.
It was keeping me up.
Yeah.
Keeping me up, but it is what it is. But while I was up, I was having very vivid visions. It was dealing with a lot of reflection and whatnot. It was almost like the Memorex tape was rewinding and I was playing out things in my mind like a movie.
Nice.
Yeah. What's good with you, though,
Nice.
my good brother? How's everything? How's the weather
Every,
out there in Brazil?
everything beautiful. It's raining, cloudy, so it's breaking. We're going into the fall. So it's balancing out. It knocked over my had a huge cataloo plant, but bunch of them growing. So the big tallest one got derooted. A lot of wind came through.
Wow. That's okay.
Yeah,
You know that? You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That cataloo is powerful. I brought some amaranth seeds,
Yes.
and you just you do your thing. So they've been growing. I've been eating that every day. So that's people out there like to grow. The amaranth grow quick. Cataloo. Yeah,
Indeed. Yeah. Shout out to all of the black farmers out there.
yeah.
Shout out to all of the green thumbs out there, the horticulture experts. Y'all don't know how y'all are needed. I don't think that we even add the level of value to these geniuses that
Hmm.
deserve. You know what I mean? They deserve a lot more. I feel that they're a neglected class amongst
Yeah,
and I can imagine living a day in the life in the timberlands of a black farmer, how they may feel unappreciated and overlooked.
yeah, yeah,
But it is what it is.
yeah. That's true.
For the ones that are working, I know that there are ones working and they making strides and they doing their work and everything. So salute to y'all and everything that y'all do. Feed the motherfucking people and keep that shit,
Absolutely,
that part.
absolutely. Yeah.
Any news on the horizon? I know that we've been having wonderful conversations about precious metals. We've been having some real deep builds and whatnot about the power of precious metals. Also, the wealth properties of precious metals and how we're going to be able to apply that in our lives by diversifying our portfolios. But I do know that every Monday when the markets open up, there's always some new news is rolling out. So do you have anything that you want to share with the fam that they may need to know about?
Sure. I mean, basically, as far as a lot of people like to hear about the price point, it's still consolidating, the precious metals. But, it's interesting that, it's the transition of like the spring cleaning, you know, and I like what you're doing, you in real time, you, how would I say, you're shedding a new skin. you know, and that's a powerful thing because what we're doing here in the class is peeling it back and we're going, precious metal has a direct current, and
Yeah,
that's what we're trying to get, plugged up to this current. And a lot of times we have to clear out the clutter, like you were saying, and get focus, okay, let me do this for so many months, like you just did the fast, you
Right,
know?
right.
And it takes that. So when the people come into the class, I really want them, to look at this thing as, okay, let me give it some time. Let me focus just on this, you know.
Definitely.
But would I listen to Rod Hayes, and it
Right.
was on
Black Magic
Black Magic.
363.
Yeah,
Father Rick.
Rod Hayes. Yeah, brother Rich. Rod Hayes said that the Platinum Group family are tribes, you know.
Really?
So yeah, he said they are tribes, So you're talking about, the six tribes: platinum, palladium, rhodium, osmium, ruthenium, and rhodium.
Right.
So, all of those different tribes has different characteristics.
Wow.
And, we're going to get into that about the class, the characteristics of these different precious metals. But the importance of it is so strong, Red, that a lot of and I always say this, our minds have not caught up with the real technology of precious metals, you know, and that's what we're looking to open the door up to.
I would definitely agree because if one were to say that our minds were caught up to precious metals, I would kindly ask where? You know,
Yeah,
give me the name
yeah,
of the master teacher. Give me the name of
yeah,
the give me the name of the books that we all have collectively in our networks. And I really
yeah,
can't point, I don't know of, I couldn't give an answer for that. I could not
yeah,
I could not give it an honest answer. I couldn't necessarily say that. And if I'm overlooking anybody that's out there who put in that work, I humbly ask you to accept my apology because I'm not
yeah,
being facetious and whatnot. I just can't pull it up right now in my Memorex. That I could answer if they were to like, yo, health and wellness, I could point you in that direction. You know,
yes,
statistics, a cult, I could point you in that direction. Financial literacy, when it comes to the fiat, I could point you in that direction. The blockchain, crypto, I could point you in that direction. Precious metals, how to be your own bank, how to create generational wealth, the five families of the metals, the stock markets that you should be investing in, dealing with the metals and whatnot. All of this information, it is not in our community. So once again, you, my good brother, are a godsend
yes,
because you came at the
yes,
right time. You actually appeared before the conflict broke out in Russia and Ukraine. And the
yes,
first thing that you were telling my platform, my network, and my audience was the importance of investing in these precious metals right then and
mm,
there.
yeah,
You forecasted that it was going to go through the roof, and that it did.
yes, yes, yes. And it's just the beginning, and that's the whole thing of it, it's a puzzle, like you were saying, we have many things that come through our community, you know, but this part of the puzzle is um is the foundation of it, because if you really look at it, you'll see everyone in those groups or those areas that you was talking about, whether it's the health and wellness, whether it's the metaphysics, whether it's the financial literacy, all of them are a touch on precious metals at some point.
Right.
So what you're seeing is a total connection. So that in real time tell us that the precious metals is the foundation. So now it's time for us to say, okay, let's really peel back and take a real deep look at these precious metals. Because it's like, for me, it was like this thing is right here in front of me, and like I'm not even I'm not even diving into it. And it's like once I started diving into it, everything changed.
Yeah.
Everything became simplified, because when you was naming all those people, now you're able to connect all the dots and bring it down to a foundation where so you don't get lost on all these different areas. You have something really connected. So, it's literally from the ground, coming out of the ground, building our foundation. And, I always say, bring it back to the periodic table. And that way we can all stand on that and, we won't get lost, when we talk about different things.
Dope, dope. Mama Earth. Um,
Mama Earth, yeah,
Yeah, real quick to everybody that's in the audience, if y'all are interested in tapping in to this workshop on March 27th with this good brother right
hmm
here, this horologist, you know what I mean? This
hmm
jewelry and watchmaker is gonna be giving
hmm
information that you cannot necessarily find. I would invite y'all to go to YouTube, go to Google, go to Facebook, go everywhere that you source your information and see if you can find this. So if y'all are interested in tapping in, please leave an emoji so we could, you know what I mean? We know how many people is in here that want to be a part of this right here because like I said,
yes,
my
hmm
goal and what it is that I'm doing with my platforms is for 2022, I'm not wasting anybody's time. I'm bringing information that's
yeah,
applicable. I'm bringing information that can help change lives and whatnot. I'm bringing information that you could get up from and you could do something in real time. You dig what I'm saying? We live in an age of experience. We don't necessarily live in the age of information anymore. Getting online is
no,
information and just feel good and having what is known as a dopamine release. I really would encourage everybody who can hear my voice to please get off of that. That's an addiction. You got to shake that. You actually have to fast.
yeah,
You feel me? You have to fast from the stimuli of the dopamine release. You have to fast from, reactionary consciousness where you just watch something just to see who's going to pop off or who's going to get into some type of negative beefs and whatnot. That shit is dead. We're in a day and age, and if you look around closely, you can see that we are in a day and age that if you apply this information, if you use this information, if you're disciplined and you really bog down and you work this shit, it will work for you. There's no miracles that are out here taking place. It's
yeah,
hard work, dedication, and willpower. That's the shit that's moving the marker. So for everybody,
absolutely,
put the for everybody that put those emojis in the chat, right there, I have the website pinned, ktl university.com. Just a disclaimer real quick. What the reason why we built ktl university.com is
yeah,
because of the fact that we were being shadow banned, because of the fact that they were taking down
yeah,
of ours, because of the fact that they were removing videos and content off of, they were scrubbing us from the internet. So what did we go ahead and do? We went ahead and built our own website. We went and put all of
that's
our
right.
material on the website. Moving forward, we're going to be offering memberships. We're also going to be having weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly classes so we could bring y'all the top scholars
Yeah,
to edify this information that sometimes is just sitting around and you got to wait months. You know what I mean? Like, because some people have a favorite teacher, so you got to wait
yeah,
2 3 months until they decided they want to pop out and teach you something, you know. And that's not the way that this thing is moving right now. We have,
yeah,
the reason why it's called KTL University is because it's for the students. This is for the
yeah,
students. You know what I mean? This is for the students. And I'm fully aware that I have a lot of people that are ready to go to school and that are sitting in class and want to be taught the way that you are being, the way that a student would be taught in a university with modules, with a curriculum, the right way. And we're even going to be certifying and accredited our students that wind up, they get certain points to graduate, So that's
beautiful,
link
beautiful,
for the website. When you get the link, you don't gotta wait for the Zoom link to get emailed. A lot of shit that we were doing last year with Eventbrite and Zoom, we cut that straight out. You go right to the site. It's a one-stop shop. All right,
yes,
one-stop
there
shop.
you go.
Yeah, and everything will be right there for you.
Shout out to you got Yolanda on the 20th. I sent the pendant out to her. She should have it.
Right,
So hopefully she'll respond to you. And
right,
then Marcus, shout out to Marcus, number 40.
right.
And
For the fam-
yes, his pendant, his silver pendant is going out today.
yeah,
Yes.
for the audience that don't know what we're talking about, we have incentivized. We're giving out rewards, right? We're giving gifts out. We live in abundance, so we reward our
Let me
ticket
see.
buyers. So
Ooh, a pendant.
every 20th ticket holder gets a free silver pendant from my good brother Nkiru and whatnot. He ships it out directly from Brazil, right? And then the 100th ticket holder that's coming up, they are going to receive a 7,000, is it a 10,000 or a $7,000 watch?
Yeah, the watch is list for 7,600. You can
Okay.
go to nkurugroup.com and you can actually see the whole description of the timepiece. So
Hey,
we want to give it away, hopefully, but we keep it there until it hits 100, whether it's
right.
after the 27th or whatever.
Right. Definitely. Y'all might want to be that 100 buyer, you know what I'm saying? In the meantime, between time, we've been giving out those necklaces that you just saw that the brother held up and whatnot.
Yes.
It feels very, and it feels good, man. That's a good feeling because I always talked about if you really want to build a healthy community, you have to implement a reward system, a value system, and a penalty system.
Yes.
The reward system means that if you are part of this network, we are going to reward you. We're going to incentivize you to be
Yes.
do better and to act and be active. And then a value system is we're
Yes.
going to value the people amongst us. It's called quality of membership. You have to add value to people who are valuable because you'll have people in your network or your family or your community or whatever you want to call it, your organization, your gang, and these
Yeah.
people know their worth, but they're not being valued
Mhm.
at their worth and whatnot. There's some people that you can't pay them their worth, but you have to value them. You have to make them feel valued, make them feel appreciated, make them feel like they're worth something because what we get when we go into the matrix is nigga, you're not worthy. That's what we get every day that we
Yeah.
step outside. They look at us, they send mental text messages to us, just the looks on people's faces. They're like, yo, you're not worthy. You're not valuable. I don't value you, black man. So for those of us who don't care about outside, you know, we don't need nobody to value us. We don't need nobody to give us no cosign, but still in all, when you're in a place like a community or a network or places where you're learning, because it's very important that wherever you come to learn is a very healthy environment and they're not dealing with a lot of negative energy and they're not steering you the wrong way with the negativity and other things that keep you at a lower frequency. Because I know people that go right from learning and jump on World Star, you know what I mean? Because they're in toxic
Yeah.
environments as it stands.
Yeah. This I want to say to the family, this is a real class. This is not like Ray was saying. This is not a whole bunch of data, a whole bunch of information. We're just gonna give you. This is something you use. And I have a client. We was talking about Lisa Pierre. Lisa Pierre today. We was talking last week. She's sending me updates. She's a chef out of New Orleans. She's taking a class, but I'm giving her some early preps. And she just ordered a silver bowl today. The bowl weighs about 500 grams, half a kilo of
Yeah.
silver.
Ooh, that's
Okay, so she cooking for real,
real.
and yeah, she really cooking, and she made some copper water, and she makes some teas, and she sent me some pictures today showing me how the copper water digests the teas, absorb the teas quick. And she showed me one that she didn't use copper water and how that was still clear. And so the experimentation and real time, this is what we're looking for. So when y'all come to the class, I'm gonna section you off. You're gonna be telling I'm an artist, I'm this, and I'm gonna be giving you information, and we're gonna be communicating how we can how you can progress in your area or your business, and how you can use it. And
Have
the results is instant.
right.
Yes.
Any of your silverware right around you? Any of that the silver,
Yes.
the chalice? Yeah,
Silver child, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they
Got
break.
my wife was like, man, why you don't got one of those? We was in Walmart. I saw a pimp cup. I was like, is this good enough? She was like, man, if you don't get yourself a silver cup or a copper cup, because you know, I don't want to go to Williams Sonoma and all of those places. Like, I'd rather get it from the source. You know?
Yeah, yeah. And we're gonna have these things available, after the class. So we're gonna create some things available, and I'm gonna talk to Red about doing that. So yeah, we have the cups here. Got the queen and queen cup. Let's see if you can hear the tone.
Um, mm, mm,
You know. So you get that vibration
yeah,
going. You got the vessels here. So
fire,
that's that's what's going on. This is
fire.
this is daily.
I
With
can
the
feel
spoon.
flames at the stove with my.
Yeah, this is what we want to do. We want to get back to, enjoying the whole ritual of drinking and eating with, precious metals, so that way, we can keep that high frequency going,
Now,
you know.
beautiful. That right there, it's like, you know what they say, that they like, you want to be a billionaire? Well, you need to.
Yeah,
It's a level of enthusiasm that you should be in at all times. Whereas
yeah,
you're actually living it. They call it in my hood, fake it to make it, but it's nothing
yeah.
fake about it. You're
No,
not
I ain't no thinking about it. Yes.
fake it to make it, because that's what some people are doing. This is really
Uh,
visualization. This is basically living in that moment and whatnot. So we Kangs,
yeah.
like we from I'm, well, put that silver moon in your baby's mouth, drink from that
Here's a
chalice.
here's a baby. Here's the baby silver spoons.
You feel me? Even our great grandparents was giving it up with where like that. We
Yeah,
we got,
that's it.
or we eating off of Versace plates and all of that foolery and whatnot, when we could carve
Hmm.
our own motifs on our silverware and pass that down like heirlooms and whatnot. We could put our own ancient sigils on our quote unquote chalices.
There you go.
So when we drink some liquid gold out of the chalice, the shit have hit differently.
Yeah. Now you're talking, and that's what this class is all about, because someone is in that lane and they ready to do that. So okay, let's do it.
Right.
You know, and imagine this, beautiful cup, and it got my eye or hey Rude, all through it. So we have to create our own economy,
Right. Right.
and this is what this is all about, and incorporating the precious metals into our daily lives. So, sign up for the class, KTL University. Go there, and let's get it filled up. I want to give this watch away.
I want to see somebody flossing that this spring. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I can't wait for that. They're gonna be like, I need to give me a whole outfit because I'm about to make this video. Shit, you know what I'm talking about? I'm trying
yeah,
to be super fresh, but now that watch
yeah,
fire, everything that I've seen you do, the coins that you mint, you know what I mean? Your
yes,
watches, your jewelry,
yes,
here to support all of that. You feel me? I tend to be fully dripping. I'm coming to Brazil.
yes.
Get it though. I'm gonna pull up and pop. I need to be there live when I get that shit put on me. But
That's all right.
I
That's
know
all right. Any questions? Any questions in the chat? Did he say anything?
if there's any questions in the chat, the brother's time is definitely limited. He is a working man. He has his own propriety and whatnot. But if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them, and I will yield them to the good brother so he can answer your questions. Okay.
Yes. Yes, yeah, yeah. This is exciting, man. I'm steady adding on, you know, pulling information and polishing up, for
Yeah.
the workshop. Yes,
So if somebody wants to know, will it be recorded? Does a fish swim and a bird fly? Yes, we'll be. Yeah, we got you. One
Absolutely.
about KTL University is once it's recorded, they'll send you an email to let you know that it's ready. You go right on the site. You don't have to wait for a link. You don't have to wait for anything. If you're a ticket holder, you have access to the workshop in perpetuity. That means forever, family.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That's excellent.
Yeah, yeah. We made it like that so we don't have to do, you don't want to do too much work in these streaks and whatnot. You know what I mean? So we went ahead and simplified it by buying into a certain platform that allowed us to do that and whatnot. It's a small investment, but it's worth it. What's
Yeah, it's the
more
control is important.
It is. Inbox me about the aura pictures. Me and
Mhm.
Blue Pill showed me the site the other day, so I'll give you her Instagram. It's a sister out of Atlanta, and inbox me, and I'll screenshot it and I'll send it to you. I don't know if we got any more questions. I don't see any more questions. I'm assuming that they may have already, they might have heard the answer to whatever questions that they have in your demonstration.
Okay. 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 All right. Well, we got some, we got some very good, surprises, some good information coming up. And, again, I just want to stress this before I go that this timing is so perfect because, where we going and where we headed, this precious metals is going to be pretty much the only thing outside of the system. When they phase out this paper dollar, that's it, you know. And if you're not in a position now that we're doing business amongst one another and we understand a certain language, because it's a whole language that goes with this business, that we have to understand, whether it's the spot or market price, whether it's understanding grams or penny weights, understanding what's a troy ounce, understanding, the percentages of gold and many other things. So, we got to get this language down, and that's what we're going to explain in the class as well.
Now that's what's up.
Yes, sir.
What's up.
All right.
That's definitely what's up. So yeah, what they may be selling for $1,000 and up in other places, we are just
Mm,
we got the love offering. Tap in. I don't want to oversell something that's selling itself. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
For those that know, they
Absolutely.
know. And for those who have the ability to do it, they're going to do it. And for those who are curious as to how to change the course of wherever they may be on, there's your opportunity. We can't say that we're
Yes. Yes.
there for you. I mean, so I'm about to get out of here. I got some more work to do,
Okay, brother.
cleaning it up.
Appreciate it.
Yes. And once again,
We'll talk.
I'll talk to you tonight.
All right.
The initial
Peace.
this piece, the initial message when I started the live dealt with
Mm-hmm.
cleaning, you know what I mean? Internal spring cleaning and also the outside spring cleaning, the clutter, letting go of shit that might not work for you. You know what I mean? Letting go of people that are not working for you. Letting go of, products that might not work for you. Letting go of a mind state that's not working for you. Letting go of a mentality. You know what I mean? That's very important. And once again, I'm not preaching to the choir. I'm speaking to I see myself in the phone. So I'm having a conversation with self. You feel me? With the hopes that it could resonate with somebody that needs this shit. You know, I'm not a big proponent of telling people to fuck with the shrooms if you don't have a shaman, if you're not, you know what I mean? Because they took that shroom shit and ran crazy with it, and now it's becoming recreational. So I'm very mindful of, telling you about the psilocybin and whatnot. However, there's an aspect of that, the ayahuasca. There's an aspect of other medicinal, uh, alternatives that you can tap into when you want to get some things out of your system, when you want to take an internal, when you want to, you know how they go into space travel with Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. Well, inner space travel is also possible. You feel me? And you know, it's possible. It's not only is it possible, it's recommended. Not only is it recommended, it is monumental in what it is that it can do for you. Okay? So I'm of the mind state that the majority of the people that are watching this are on a journey, right? Are on a path, and you have something that you're looking for, and whatever you're looking for, I feel that it's within you. You know what I'm talking about? So whatever we can do to aid and assist or aid and abide you, we're gonna continue to do that. You know, you want to get your health up, you want to raise your voltage, you want to raise your electrons, you want to hug some trees, you want to ground barefoot in that grass, you want to go into moving water, not still water. Okay? Because still water robs you of your electrons. Moving water, still water is pools, chlorinated water and shit like that. You don't want that this summer or this spring. You want to get into the ocean if need be. You feel me? You want to fuck with some fruits and vegetables and lay off of the processed foods and the meats and shit like that. You feel me? You want to ground and whatnot. Niggas be going crazy over their sneaker collections, but you know the real drip, my niggas, the real flex is to be on that ground and let your feet touch the earth and the soil and whatnot. And by doing such, it's almost akin to when you have those cell phone chargers and you just lay your cell phone on it. The earth is electromagnetic. It's gonna charge you from within. It's gonna charge you. The actual earth is like a magnet, electromagnet. It's a charge station. So it's gonna go through the roots of your soul and up through your body. Right? You want to drink a lot of agua. You know what I mean? Fellas, you want to hit the gym. Sisters, you want to hit the gym. Piezoelectricity, the pressure that you put on your bones and whatnot, that reverberates. That's an energy that charges up your body, because your body is what it is that I'm speaking to, your God body, your electric body. That's the most important thing. Health is wealth, my nigga. Non-fungible temple. It's your temple that you should be focusing on. That's the shit that, instead of looking all around, your head is on swivel and whatnot. We got to focus on our bodies. And then by focusing on our bodies and our minds and whatnot, we will begin to resonate and we will attract. We will attract. Let's stop repeating the same patterns and living out the same lessons and whatnot. And let's begin to vibrate a bit higher so we can attract new experiences, new people, new circumstances, new opportunities, and all of that fly shit. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm out. All right. I wish everybody an abundant day. Shout out to all of the Aries and whatnot once again. Shout out to everybody that's celebrating life. Salute to everyone. Peace. I see y'all on Melanin Monday on YouTube tonight. Know the Ledge Media. All right. Y'all hit that like button. Go get your tickets at ktluuniversity.com for the workshop on March 27th. That will be starting at 11 a.m. Peace.